When it comes to Becca Cosmetics, founded by Rebecca Morrice Williams in 2001, there is no denying that they were once a force to be reckoned with in the beauty industry. Known for their high-quality products and innovative formulas, Becca quickly gained a loyal following. One of its standout creations was the powder-to-cream formula for illuminators, which quickly became a fan favorite with over 25,000 units were sold within the first 20 minutes of its launch on Sephora.com. Celebrities and professional makeup artists swore by the product and use it religiously for major events. It seemed like every YouTuber and at-home beauty fan had champagne popped in their makeup bag. The brand also launched a secondary champagne collection in 2016 that expanded the beloved product into palettes and liquids. It generated $3.5 million in sales within just 5 hours. However, as time went on, cracks began to appear in their pristine image, and before anyone knew it, the brand announced it would be going out of business after 20 years, officially closing its doors.
Once iconic brand, yes, iconic, and I really mean iconic. Some of their products were iconic. Towards the end of their time, they made some very strange, weird choices that could have possibly led to their downfall.
The brand attributed the closure to an accumulation of challenges together with the global impact of COVID-19. In a statement to Women's Wear Daily, a louder spokeswoman said the brand could not sustain success for the long term. We are so proud of the Becca brand team and all that they have accomplished over the years. We are handling this matter with sensitivity, both internally and externally. For those who have supported the brand for 20 years and those who will stand by the brand through this wind down, we thank you. The publication detailed Becca employees will be laid off. Now you may be wondering what has caused the downfall of this once giant beauty brand, Becca Cosmetics. Over the years, Becca has been involved in numerous scandals and controversies that have resulted in a massive backlash. From allegations of faking to other questionable marketing practices, these controversies have cast a shadow over the brand's future. I bet you've heard about the brand's issues which arose with one of its strongest collaborators, Jaclyn Hill. Now, as much as the collaboration created a lot of buzz around the brand, it proves to be problematic as well, particularly with its highlighter color. In 2016, but the collaboration hit a snag and became the subject of a mini scandal. One of the products in the collection, an eyeshadow palette, was released to various influencers prior to the launch and got a lot of negative reviews for being chalky and generally bad quality. Seemingly responding, Hill took to Snapchat to let everyone know that particular palette had been produced in a different lab than Becca's usual one in the interest of speed and to facilitate shipment. Despite her claims, the product had already taken a hit and the brand seemed disappointed as well with its own collaboration as well, because it then made an announcement on Instagram that it would no longer be launching the highly anticipated eyeshadow palette it had been working on with Jaclyn Hill as part of the collection. This news disappointed many fans who were eagerly waiting the release and trying to make up for the disappointment. In another Instagram post, the brand publicly apologized to Hill and fans for the disappointment. We apologize to our fans, to Jaclyn's fans, and to Jaclyn Hill, whom we love and respect so much. We remain committed to the highest standards of excellence, and we are very sorry in this case that we've let you down. Around the same time, Jaclyn Hill also jumped on Snapchat to say the palette would not be released due to quality control issues. Hill said high demand for the palettes caused the brand to be incapable of reproducing the same level of quality, resulting in fans having negative experiences with the product before it officially launched. Interestingly, shortly after reports of Becca and Jaclyn Hill's collaboration, issues about a supposed feud started circulating, and to make matters worse, it was revealed that Jaclyn Hill had launched her own collection of highlighters. This move by Becca's biggest collaborator turned her into a major competitor, which undoubtedly dealt a blow to the brand. And although they both denied having any feud, these ramblings intensified in 2017 when a Trend Mood One, an Instagram account best known for leaking beauty launches, claimed Pressico Pop, a color Hill collaborated on, would be released as a standalone shade. Interestingly, the brand eventually did release Pressico Pop as its own standalone shade, even though Hill was a co-creator of it. Hill commented on the post saying this was news to her and that she was literally in shock. Given Hill's impact on the products and their raise, it was strange for fans to see her name removed from them. And as Sam pointed out, it's not abnormal for a brand to remove an influencer's name from a line of products once their contract is up, so it looks like there was some truth to the feud claims after all. Unsurprisingly, in an attempt to salvage itself, Becca collaborated with A-list celebrities like Chrissy Teigen, who worked on its glow palette with pressed shimmering skin perfectors similar to the products Hill had worked on not so long ago. She also worked on the brand's lip glosses and eyeshadows. However, this also seemed problematic as people also took issue with the products being labeled as limited edition, but then becoming permanent. But that wasn't all. Even the color and pigmentation was a big no to many. One fan commented, "That does bother me. These colors are dry and not very pigmented." Another claimed, "My other major complaint is that these palettes are almost identical. There was absolutely no way that I could justify keeping the Jaclyn Hill palette when I had an almost identical palette with more pigmented shadows. I do not blame this on Jaclyn. Becca was responsible for the rest of the palette. I was very disappointed that Becca would choose to fill this palette with colors that were so similar to their last palette. I really hate when brands do this. It almost punishes their loyal customers." That sounds dramatic, but you know what I mean. Seemingly trying to bounce back after the harsh criticism, the brand followed with several other celebrity partnerships, including the BFF collection with Khloe Kardashian and Malika Haq in 2018. However, a few big recognizable names just weren't enough to bring Becca back to the influential heights reminiscent of the award-winning Champagne Pop, because these collaborations just did not generate as much buzz as Jaclyn Hill's collection did. You see, the brand did not reach cult favorite status until 2015 when it collaborated with Jaclyn Hill on its most famous product to date, the Shimmering Skin Perfector Highlighter in Champagne Pop. But it's not just its fallout with Hill that brought Becca down. Let's take a closer look at the multiple controversies that have plagued the brand. One of the most notable incidents was when other big celebrity brands like Fenty by Rihanna and KKW by Kim also launched several products that quickly became fan favorites. This intensified the competition and put Becca in a tough spot. As if the challenges weren't enough, Becca then faced a self-sabotaging moment when it released problematic promotional photos. One particular instance was the release of a photo featuring its Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation swatched on 4 different hands. Customers noticed that the palms of darker-skinned models appeared to be edited, leading to speculation that a white model's hand had been used instead of hiring a black model. One user pointed out, "So did Becca Cosmetics really refuse to hire black women for these swatches? They just edited a white hand darker? Look at the 2 darker hands' palms." The brand was caught red-handed, and it's hard to apologize on Instagram for the editing mishap. The brand wrote, "Thanks to everyone who shared feedback on our recent swatch image. We hear you, and we want you to know that we remain committed to continually representing our inclusive Becca beauties." Some insights: truth. The image featured 4 models of different ethnicities. "We acknowledge the way we adjusted the image missed the mark, and we are deeply sorry for this oversight." Truth. Becca is committed to showcasing the lightest to the deepest skin tones and hiring inclusive models for our campaigns. To demonstrate this commitment, we've reshot with real girls from the Becca office. Like you already guessed, this scandal was just the tip of the iceberg. Becca Cosmetics has been accused of misleading marketing tactics, such as exaggerated claims about the effectiveness of their products. You see, Becca continued to miss the mark with its new releases, which were deemed misleading and just okay by consumers. One such product, the Zero No Pigment Foundation, was criticized for its lack of inclusivity in marketing. This has resulted in disappointed customers and damaged the brand's reputation. As the backlash continued to grow, fans, industry experts, and even competitors weighed in on the situation. Some expressed disappointment and betrayal, while others saw it as a long time coming. Big-name YouTubers like Ali Glines, Kathleen Lights, and Gary Thompson, the plastic boy, also criticized the gimmicky foundation for offering no real coverage. Coverage wasn't the only problem. Others criticized the product further for failing to cater to different skin tones and undertones. The company itself has released statements defending their actions. These efforts have not been enough to salvage their reputation, bringing about the embarrassing downfall of Becca Cosmetics. But now, we want to hear your thoughts. What do you think led to this once popular beauty brand's decline? Share your opinions in the comments below.